Guys, welcome back to the video, and in today's video we're going to talk about the best way to optimize your mouse's speed for pretty much everything. When it comes to double editing, just editing as a whole, it's going to up the speed of your mouse. And you want your mouse to be able to keep up with your keyboard so you can hit consistent double edits like that, or even faster if you happen to be faster, where sometimes something like this happens where it doesn't do the full double edit and your edits are just slow, and that might not be your fault. That could be the speed of your mouse. So today we're going to talk about the best way to change the speed of your mouse and make it consistent with your keyboard so you have overall consistent edits and better gameplay, and you stop trying to double edit and messing it up. So let's get right into it. So because the last video got 2,000 something plus views, and within a few days, one of my best performing videos this week, we're actually dropping another video on the same thing pretty much, but for the mouse. So like that video, this starts in the Discord where you have to join, which is linked in the description. Right, so you click on the description of the video, you'll see this Discord. I know a lot of you guys are getting confused with mine. Make sure you're joining this one. Okay, you can join mine too if you like. There's stuff in there, but we're talking about this one. And then in here there's a video tutorial on how to do it, but this is also a video tutorial, and you're gonna go to right here where it says free tweaks, because it says free mouse panel, and you're gonna download this right here. And then you're gonna go ahead and hit download unverified file, which will ask you in your downloads. You can just wait for that to download. Go to files, go to downloads. It should be right here. Go ahead and run as admin. More info, run anyway. Just close. And while this is loading, go ahead and go back to Chrome or whatever you used to search. Make a new tab and say, and then look up what is the HC of, and then type your mouse. Right? I have the no, I do not have the Razer. Sorry, I just switched. I have the G Pro Super Light 2. Pink. We'll add the color to on that because my mouse is pink. But G Pro Super Light 2, which is an 8,000 hertz mouse. And if you don't know if it's your mouse, you can go to images, and right here is the picture of my mouse. So I have an 8,000 hertz, and you'll need that later. Now that this is done loading, go ahead, and here is all the tweaks we have in here. So we're going to go ahead and start with, we're going to keep this not full screened here. We're going to go ahead and start with 1. So you click 1 and click enter. Let's go to pointer options, and right here it says enhance pointer precision. This, you want to make sure it's not checked off. You want to make sure it is unchecked. Click apply, and then go ahead and click OK whenever this is done loading. Now it says press any key to continue. We're just going to go ahead and click enter twice, and we're going to go ahead and click 2, click enter, and make sure this is running as admin, so that way all of these do get done and completed correctly. And then go to 3, which is mouse data queue size. Okay, and then in here you're going to scroll until you see Mao class, which I did have to scroll because I was on the keyboard class one last time. Now this is the mouse one, so you have to scroll down. This is in alphabetical order on the left side, so all the way down till you find M, and then scroll down to mouse class, and then click what I have highlighted right here. And then from in here, we're gonna go into this, and this is basically what you're gonna need this for, right? You wanna make sure you're set to hexadecimal, and on the right side, we're just gonna look at from right here down what's highlighted. And basically you need to understand, if you have a butt booty cheek PC, you do not need to be on the high end numbers. You need to be anywhere from 20 to 30. Now if you have a mid end, it's 17 to 19, and if you have a really high end PC, it's 14 to 16. And if you don't know if you have a high-end PC, go ahead and put your specs in the comment section, and I'll respond to you saying high-end or low-end or mid-end. Therefore, you could pick between the numbers. Now, if you know you have a mid-end PC and you don't know 17 through 19, should I do 17, 18, 19, or should I even go lower or higher than that? Go ahead and try whatever works for you. But if you start having problems with your mouse, then, make sure you just, find the one that works best for you, right? Don't mess anything up, and make sure you don't just be like, okay, I have a trash PC, but you know what? I'm still going to go 14, because that will cause problems with your mouse. And then once you pick the one that you are set for, which mine's auto set to the lowest, go ahead and click OK. Then you're good to close all this, which I have a lot of stuff open. Just going to go ahead and close everything. Then we're going to go back into here and click any key to continue. We're going to skip over the power plan because realistically that has nothing to do with your mouse. If you do want a good power plan, I have a video that will be linked at the end of this video that you can click on, and you can pick a power plan. But anyways, we're going to go to polling rate, which is 5. Click enter. And this is where we need to know the polling rate of our mouse. Now, I have a 4 through 8K, but if you have a 2 through 4K, that is fine too. You're following the exact same steps. But we have a 4 through 8K, and that's going to open this. Now, from in here, you want to make sure you click on this, put both of these set to, boom, this one's set to 8,000, and this one can only go to 1,000, so we're going to leave it at 1,000. But this light speed receiver, we're going to go ahead and put all the way up to 8,000, and then once you've done that, you go ahead and click install service, let this do its thing. You can go ahead and close this. Make sure you go ahead and once that's done, I recommend go ahead and disconnect your mouse and then reconnecting it, just so that way you know for sure that your mouse has been reset and plugged in. And just to make sure the settings did save, you can go ahead and reopen this after plugging your mouse back in. And here we are, now that it's reopened. I had to close everything and reopen it because I did unplug my mouse and then plug it back in. But as you can see, this is still on the big 8000, so we're good to go. Then you can go ahead and close this. And as you can see, we went through absolutely all of these except for power plan because, well, like I said, your power plan isn't really going to increase your mouse speed. But having a good power plan does help your PC overall and can speed up your PC. So that's definitely good if you want to use this power plan. But we already have a good one. And if you do want a good one, like I said, there is a power plan that will be linked to the end of the video. But we're going to go ahead and move on from that. We're going to talk about some other stuff you can do. And that involves closing Fortnite. Now, you want to make sure that you have the... let that finish. This mouse, sorry. Software installed, the Logitech G Hub. Now, there is another version of this you can use, and realistically, it's whatever you want to use. I like using the app personally, so I'm just going to stick to the app, but here we go, right? Now, I do recommend just having 2 slots here, one set to 800 and one set to 1600 or whatever DPI you choose to be using, and then make sure you're on whatever DPI you have. 800 is a default DPI, therefore a lot of the time you're more than likely going to be on 800, and then put your thing to whatever. Now also click the settings down here, then in here you want to make sure that this is on optical only, not hybrid, so that your switches in your mouse are as fast as possible and you're good to go. And then from there you can actually go ahead and close this. But if you do have an option to turn off any type of lights or any type of RGB, go ahead and turn it off, because any RGB will technically slow your mouse down. So I recommend just having it off. My mouse has no lights, therefore I don't have to do it, but your hands on your mouse all the time, right? So you're not going to see the lights anyways, unless it's just sitting there, but who needs lights on their mouse, right? So I recommend just having it off. Unlike a keyboard, having it on, yes, it will slow your keyboard down, but your keyboard looks better with lights on, so who cares, right? Now, last but not least, I want to talk about one more thing, and you can actually find this in the description of absolutely any video I have posted. Just go down here and click this link here and download Garrett Booster to start your free trial. And having better ping improves literally everything. Speed of which everything happens on the game, speed of which everything renders on the game. It literally changes the game completely, having better internet connection. That being said, with this download, you can go ahead and download it, open it up, and you can start a free trial to see if this works for you. Now, the cool thing about this being free is the fact that, well, if it doesn't work, you can uninstall it and you spent no money. Therefore, why not try it? You know what I mean? And it doesn't work for everybody, I'll be honest with you. Now, it does work for a lot of people, but other people do prefer something like Xlag, which I 100% understand, but a lot of people also prefer this app. And a lot of the reason that people prefer this app is the variety of games you could choose from. There's over 2,000 plus games, all the way up from PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch games that you can choose from. These aren't loading right now, but it's all good. And there's many different regions you can choose from. As you can see, Auto, NA, EU, AS, SEA, CN, and AU, and that varies depending on game. Like Fortnite's probably going to have the normal Fortnite servers, but you get what I'm getting at here. They also have something called Twitch Drops, which I can't look at because I just installed it and I'm not signed in. And if you go in here and use a coupon code, let me sign in right quick. Anyways, you go in here and use a coupon code and you type LZRGAMING. You can actually click redeem, and I've already redeemed it, but this does give you an even longer free trial. Therefore, you'll be able to, try it for even longer. And they also have a deal going on right now with 60% off. That means it is $4 for an entire 30 days. If that's something you choose, you do not have to buy a membership. Buying a membership, matter of fact, doesn't even benefit me. So do what you want, you know what I mean? Try it. You have a free trial, uninstall it if you don't like it, and move on. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, share it to a friend that needs help with their mouse, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.